Hi everybody, this is Tanya at Create Studios, and I'm up here tonight and I just wanted to show you this cool thing that I discovered how to do, or I learned how to do, and it's called corpsing. So it's a way to make a skull look, or bones look like they're decomposing for Halloween decorations. But I'm going to try something different tonight, and I'm going to use the same technique, but I'm going to do it on a pumpkin to make it look kind of like it's an old rotting pumpkin. And so I have a dollar store styrofoam pumpkin and a Walmart bag. So I'm going to let this sit up, and I'm going to set the camera down and let you watch how I do this. And I'm going to try not to edit this video too much because I want you to see just really how quick this works. So let me see if I can switch my camera around. And I never can. So I'm just going to prop it up right here. Okay, so here's my pumpkin. It's going to get a little loud for a second. You do need a heat gun. So I'm going to do it this way so that all the gross stuff's on the top. And you really don't even need to you really don't even need to tape it down. So I'm going to get my heat gun and let's see how cool this looks. Just don't burn your hands.
Little did I realize how extremely boring it would be to sit here and watch me use the heat gun over this pumpkin. So I figured this voiceover might help.
It's kind of like shrink wrapping a gift.
I know it's pretty boring sitting here watching me use the heat gun on this pumpkin, but this process was actually pretty quick. It took a lot longer to do the painting of the pumpkin, and all in all, it still only took about 10 to 15 minutes to do this entire project. So just bear with me using the heat gun, because the whole point was for you to see how quickly this process really is. I'm trying to make the bag on the top of the pumpkin swirl around to look like the vine of the pumpkin, because I gathered the bag up to the top of this pumpkin, so when I started heating it, it actually shriveled up and looked like vine. It was really cool looking, and it's kind of hard to see from the vantage point.
Isn't that cool? Now, can you imagine what it's going to look like on a skull? Yes, you can, because hold on a second, and I'm going to show you that in the next video. Okay, so now that we have the pumpkin shrink wrapped, basically, then you're going to paint the entire thing black. Once you have it black and it's dried, and you can use your heat gun to help make it dry quicker. Once you get it dry, then you're going to dry brush some dark brown. I am using burnt umber. You can use whatever dark brown you want. And so I'm going to show you what dry brush is. Dry brush is, you're going to take your brush, and mine has black on it right now. So I'm going to do this, and I'm going to get as much of the paint off as I can. Did you see that? So my brush, you don't have water in your brush. So once you've, sorry, this is so jerky. You're going to dip it in the brown, okay? Then instead of just painting it on, you're going to come back and you're going to do this again. And you want it to be very dry, but you want the paint saturating the brush. Then what you're going to do is, I don't know if you can see that very good, but you're just going to lightly brush over. And so what ends up happening is the paint that's on your brush is going to just hit the highlights and the high areas of whatever you're painting. So this is a great way to build up some texture in your piece. And it really, since this piece is so textured because we did that shrink wrap method, it's going to really highlight those spots. And so what you do is you do this over the whole area, whole pumpkin with the dark brown, and then you're going to go back with a burnt sienna, which is more orangey. And this gives it that kind of rotting effect. If you're doing a corpse, you could add some red in there and some fleshier tones, but you start from dark to light, okay? So I'm gonna tilt my camera up so you can watch me finish painting this one. I hope you can see that pretty good. And you see it's like I'm really having to force that paint in there. Let me tilt this the other direction. I think it's a little brighter here. So, see what I'm doing? You're going to do this over your whole piece, and you'll have to dip your paint in the brown from time to time. And if you get too much on there, you just simply wipe it off. So you're going to do this over the whole thing. And so when you have spots like right here where the orange kind of peeled off, that's okay. That just makes it look even cooler. And so you're going to do this effect over the whole thing. And then you come back with the next color. So I'm going to pause this, and I'm going to get this all, I'm going to cover it with the brown, and I'll be right back. Hey, okay, so I painted it black, and then I did my dry brushing of the dark brown. Now now we need to start on the burnt sienna. So this is what you're going to do. So here you can kind of see what it looks like with the brown on it. It's kind of hard to tell, but you can see it a little bit. But I'm going to start putting in some of this burnt sienna. Let's get this where you can see it. Can you see it now starting to pop? And I really like these kind of brushes. I don't know if you can see that real good. It's really for like glue, but it's really rough, so it does really great for dry brushing. Can you see that starting to come in? So let's see, is that making sense? I know this isn't the best video, but I'm just trying to show you real quick. See? And here's like the other side that I've already done. In the top. So I'm going to pick up the camera so I can try to show you a little bit better. So here's it coming along. I'm probably actually in the darkest room here. You can kind of see how that brown is making it pop. So I have this little gnarly pumpkin here. Hi, so I finished the pumpkin with the black and the brown and then the orangey color, and it just needed a little something. So I went in with this is called Folk Art Forest Moss. So it's kind of an olive green color, and I just dry brushed that over the top since the top was so gnarly looking for like the vines. I add that over the top, and then it kind of had that vine look to it, and then I also wanted the color for looking like it's kind of molded as it's rotting, and I just love it. I think it came out so cute, so I'm going to show it to you and hopefully you like it. So it's got the vine all over it, and I just think that that the green really adds something to it. So here's something you can try with a grocery bag and a dollar store pumpkin and a few colors of paint. I hope you enjoy it, and see you sometime soon. This is Tanya with Create Studios signing out.